Okay, I have the DOM IX Twinstar here. This, I guess it's a dimple lock. It has these fins that poke down into the keyway rather than your standard kind of rounded pins. It has two interactive elements at the end here, one going downward, one going upward. This splits into two. So what the interactive is that something will push on the bottom and allow that interactive element to rise above the level of the key, higher than it normally would be able to do, and in this case lower than it normally would be able to do. There are 10 pins, the 10th one on the right being the interactive element, and an 11th bottom interactive element. So 11 total items to manipulate. There are passive side pins, so you just got to make sure you're not pushing those when you're trying to turn at the end. But yeah, let's go ahead. So I'm going to start with the bottom interactive, and this is fairly easy. I take a Peterson hook number 1, and there are kind of like 3 channels along the top here and 3 channels along the bottom. And all I do is I put the rounded part along the channel along the top, and that allows me to push down on that interactive pin right at the back there. Got a little click out of it. I'll push it a couple times just to make sure. Usually you can feel a little plug rotation when you do that, but I wasn't paying attention. Let me find it again. There we go. Got a lot better clicky sound out of it. So I think that's down. You want to make sure that's down before you start. I don't know if it always binds first or how that goes. Now I use this multi-pick hook 5, and I'm going to go down and feel for, I can slide underneath these and see. The first one's kind of binding. I don't know if I wanted to lift him that high. All right, I got click out of him, lifted him pretty high, but he dropped back down, and he's now just falling by gravity, so that's fine. I didn't overlift it, otherwise it would get stuck up probably. So that was pin 2 on the right. So pin 1's on the left, then a little bit further back, pin 2 on the right, 3 on the left, 4 on the right. So that's 2. 4 is jiggling, 5 is jiggling, and 6 is binding. So I'm going to go ahead and lift that up. Wait, 2, 4, 6, 8 is binding, sorry. Not bad. All right, so I got to click up, but still binding. I'm going to come from the other side, actually, because it's probably in like a spool, and rather than add to the rotation, I'm going to come from the other side. It's giving me counter rotation. I got to click out of it. Both of those two in front of it are springy. So let's go to the left side. And I noticed, so I do know that these two, pins 4 and 6 on the right, are spools. And I'll set the whole left side, then I'll set one of those spools, and it drops pretty much the whole left side. So let me see if I can preset one of these with the knowledge I already have. No, see, they won't go up. Oh, wait, never mind. I spoke too soon. All right, I got number 6, and let me see if number 4 will do the same thing. That was just 6 fully setting as I try to play with 4. Let me try to play with 4 with the hook. Now you can take this, and there's the 3rd channel on the right. I can run along the top with the hook and try to get underneath that pin. Or if it's too hard to get under because this hook is too tall, I can go down this 3rd channel on the right and work my way under it and lift it. I haven't had too much success with this, but you can maybe use a different hook that can get under there better. All right, I got to click out of 4 on the right side. So hopefully that will prevent me from having to drop this left side as I work on it. But that's only because I had knowledge that those were spools. When I was actually picking it without knowing that, I set the whole left side. Then I felt binding on the right. I lifted that spool, which dropped the left, and I set the whole left side again. And then I felt the other one binding. I lifted that, which dropped left, and I picked the whole left side, and then I got the open. So that just saved me from having to pick the left side 2 more times. Hopefully they might drop as I'm working on the left side. The first pin here on the left is definitely binding. Sorry, I gotta click out of that. 2nd pin, no. 3rd pin, no. And 4th pin, no. And 5th pin is binding. So that's pin number 9, the 5th pin on the left side. So I'm trying to get under it. Can be a little tricky. All right, I got 1 click out of the pin number 9 on the left side. 1, 3, 5, 7, little click maybe. 7 seems to be binding a little. think I got a little click out of 7. All right, I'm going to try to go around the left side of it so that when I'm lifting stuff, I'm not fighting. I'm not adding to the rotation. I'm going against it. All right, a little click out of 7, I think that was. And it feels like 9 is binding again. Click out of 9 there. Feels like 9's... No, where am I? I lost track of where I'm at. Thought I felt something binding still, but maybe not. Alright, let's see. I'm still checking this left side. Alright, I'm not feeling binders at the moment, so what I'm going to do is check the interactive on the right side. What I'll do is I'll go down with the curved side down this middle channel on the bottom, and that will line me right up to push up on that last interactive pin. This one's a little harder for me to find personally. There, I got it. So now let's see if anything's binding on the left side. First one is just loose. Third one feels like it's binding, which is the second one on the left. Sorry, I keep changing my terminology up on the number. Alright, so pin 3 or second one on the left is extremely hard to lift. I'm going to try coming down the left side. Alright, lift it up a little. Feels like a spool. It's giving me counter rotation. Got to click out of it. Feels like it's still binding real high up. I try to keep rotating it. It is too hard for me to set, but I do see counter rotation there, and then I can't get it set. So let me see if I can. Oh, no, there we go. I got it. So that was the second pin on the left that I lifted up. So we're open. Took a little shortcut there, but like I said, that's only because I had knowledge of the spools on the right. All right, let's turn on the autofocus. There we go. Put that guy down there. We'll go ahead and lock it back up. And get ourselves a digs tray. And a follower. Alright, so now the hard part. The hard part is removing the clip on the back. I'm going to try a couple things. See if I can expand it a little with this. And I did. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. That was lucky. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and we got our follower, we got our keys here. Go ahead and turn this. You might want to use a... I noticed that this side of it is solid for half. I move the focus to the middle. Okay. The lens keeps making noises, hopefully. I'm trying a different lens and it's pretty, I don't know, it's making funny noises. Even though it doesn't have image stabilization, so I don't know what noise, it's making autofocus noises is what it's doing, I guess. Alright, so on this side, we've got our 4 passive, well, this ball bearing, I guess, is anti-drill, and then 3 passive pins back here. On the bottom, we have the, like a little sidebar, which is the interactive element here. So let's go ahead and take this piece out. So you see this little sidebar is a little springy one. And what happens is it sits in there like this, and that hangs down a bit. When you push this pin down, it causes this to retract like that, and that pulls it in. It's kind of a weird mechanism. I'll put that on the right there. I don't know if these pins will fall. Okay, there's the back pin. So that's the one that I was pushing on in the back, the rear bottom interactive element. And then there's one more pin here, which I don't know what it's for, because pushing down on it, it doesn't seem to be able to do much. I guess if you had the wrong key in there, it push down and the back of the sidebar would come down and block the rotation. I think the ball bearing can come out here. Put that over here. And then on the back side of this, we have this like plastic cover. And this is, I guess, so that if you rotate the key in that direction, pins don't fall into this gap here. So it just covers the gap like that. So I'll just put this down here. All right. Let's see if we can get some pins out. Okay. So that pin 1. They got these weird shapes. We'll look at them later. Pin 2. Which, all right, let's get them opportunistically. The last pin. Oh my gosh, they all pop back in. All right, we're gonna pull the key out and see what we can grab. See if we can grab this last pin here. All right, so that's 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. 3, 5, 7, 9 right there. This is 7. This is 5. And this is 3. Can I get it? Nope. All right, 2. Got 2. Can I get 6? Yep, 6. Let's get the interactive number 10. Push it up from the inside, maybe. Or not. Okay, we'll go to the front then. 3. Pin 3. Pin 4. There's 4. Pin 8. And that interactive pin 10. There he is. And then there's the 3 passive pins here. So the last one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 4, 6, 7. Put that up there. 6 and 5. Okay, so that's the 3 of those. That's everything in the plug. Oh, except for that one pin there that's for the bottom interactive. Come on. Get a flag and try to push down on it. Man, even it's coming out. There we go. So that's that bottom one. I'll put that on the bottom of the sidebar here. All right, so that's everything from the plug. Now we'll go into the Bible. These all have the same springs. Of course, on my final gut last night, I managed to mangle the spring for the interactive. So I'll dump all the springs and we'll see that too. 3, that's a spool there. Another spool here. Another spool there. The autofocus is pretty noisy on this lens. Not used to it. Constantly clicking next to my head. I don't know if that's going to come up on the audio. I bet it would come up if I use the camera audio, but that's kind of last resort if the Zoom recorder isn't working. And the interactive. Okay, all the springs are the same except for that interactive one that got mangled. And I'm betting that one's not going to come out because it's going to be stuck in there, so I'll have to fish that out. Yep, and the last one is stuck up in there. Still springs, but the back, the very top of it gets stuck in there because of it's a little bit wider diameter. Maybe see if this time if I can fix it a little bit better. There it is. Yeah, you see the top is a little bent, so that causes it to stick in there. Nothing special in the Bible that I can tell. No, nothing special in there. All right, let's take a look at these. There we go. So that's our pins there. And you can see on these, you got like a spool section. So on 3, 4, 5, and 6, you got the spool section. These look like they have like a little lip at the bottom. I don't know. And these have like serrations down low. So if you overset these would get stuck up. But it seems pretty hard to overset anything as long as you're only pushing on binders and not on springy guys. I know I did push springy guys on the right side, but that was just because I knew their spools. So that's with advanced knowledge. In any case, that is the Dom IX Twinstar. Thank you. Bye.